Hi, I'm DJ Rad Key, and welcome to what is now my 57th vlog in the series. It is Monday, August 20th, 2018, and there is school at Scratch Academy today. I'm really looking forward to it. I always like going to school, today especially. I am doing my Latin set today, my Latin music set. It's just something, it's part of life, something I gotta do, and in DJ in South Florida, I realize you play in Latin music or you pretty much don't play. With that being said, I'm trying to do more research on Latin music, not just sitting at home on my computer looking up top 10s and so on and so forth and what's hot on different record pools, but actually going out and listening to the music. I am trying to kind of ball on a budget these days, and income is pretty much not coming in as well as I thought, so I'm not going out as much, but I did have a chance to do a bar review because my boy High Def took me down to Brickell, and we saw the Blue Martini in Brickell, Miami. So I want to review that today, talk a little bit more about Spanish music, and give you a nice little review of the place. I'm a big fan of Blue Martini. It's essentially a chain. It's a chain of, it's an upscale bar, is its official category, but it's kind of like a bar, nightclub, restaurant hybrid where it operates 7 days a week. You can go there for dinner. They do have, an executive chef and waiters and, the gamut that would be a full-fledged restaurant, and at night convert to a nightclub. So they operate very late. They open till 5 a.m. in Miami, this particular location. The other multiple locations, each location has different operating time depending on where they're at. So there are, like I said, 11 locations. 7 are in Florida. You've got the Miami Kendall location. You have the Miami Brickell one, which we'll talk about. There's also Boca Raton location, which I've been to, and it's a great spot. I'm a big fan of the Blue Martini in Boca Raton. Then you also have one in Fort Lauderdale, Naples, Florida, Orlando, and West Palm Beach. And then the 4 locations outside of Florida are Las Vegas, which I've actually been to. I've been to that location when it opened many, many years ago. You have Phoenix, Plano, Texas, and then also Lake Charles, Louisiana, and the Golden Nugget Casino. So it's essentially a chain. It's a franchise. You can buy a property, convert it to a Blue Martini, probably pay some form of monthly stipend to the Blue Martini company, and you have yourself a Blue Martini. But Blue Martini's consistency is always good because their staff is always extremely gorgeous. They hire a high tier of DJs. They have a lot of professionalism. Some nightclubs are kind of loosely ran because they're usually maybe a bunch of owners and they've hired a manager too, and they kind of do their thing. I mean, being in a corporate structure with things in place and monetary things that need to be met, it's definitely a tight run ship, and you can tell I'm always pleased with any time I've been to a Blue Martini, whether it be the Boca location, Las Vegas location, or now my 3rd location I'm visiting, the Brickell location. So Brickell is essentially a neighborhood of Miami. It's a southeastern quarter, and it's South Florida's major financial district. It's Miami's financial center. It's just south of downtown. Very high end, probably fairly exclusive cost of living there. And me being a kid from Detroit, and I have not got down to Miami a lot, and not necessarily got down to Brickell at all. I've never been that far south in Florida. It was pretty cool. It was kind of like out of like a TV show or a movie when you do see Miami. I've been to Miami before, and I've been kind of the outskirts or the Wynwood Art District, but never like in the high-rise, glamorous condo, all these super exclusive primo condos overlooking the ocean. It was pretty cool. Visually, it's very, very stunning. So we got down there very late. Me and High Def brought these 2 girls that we met who wanted to come down as well. And we got there probably arriving into Brickell or in that area around 2. Parking was accessible. High Def was trying to find a free spot, which, as I talked in a past vlog, it's impossible to find not paid parking in Florida. So we did pay $10, and we were able to park pretty close, which is cool. $10 in Miami is a steal, especially on a Saturday night. We arrived probably around 2:30, and we stayed till almost 5. They do close at 5. We left just before closing. So we put in some time there. Definitely, of course, the music obviously is going to be very Spanish heavy, and that's fine. I expect that now at this point. I didn't expect to go to a club in Brickell and hear a lot of hip-hop or house music. It would have been cool. It was sprinkled in very sporadically, a Bodak Yellow. I like it like that. A major hit or a crossover hit, and then God's Plan, and then back to half hour of Spanish music. Blue Martini did have a nice DJ playing. They always do. They have DJs to suit the needs of the club. And they do have very good promoters. They have a good door staff. They bring in good-looking girls. The place was packed. It was live. It was super live at 2:30. It was pretty much live all the way to the end. The only time I really slowed down was when the DJ went in a great direction and played like 3 EDM songs, which it is Miami, and Miami's the hub of EDM. You know, that South Beach sound, and it's hard to find these days. So he did do a kind of little South Beach EDM-y kind of fist bumping set, 3 songs, and you know, the dance floor cleared out and a quarter of the people left. Like, it's sad that people don't give that a chance, you know. Like, I tolerate and put up with a lot of bad DJs and listen to a lot of bad music to hear some gems once in a while, and I appreciate a good DJ doing a good job, and then him trying something a little outside the box, and it worked. People were digging it. I mean, 25% of the people were wiling out because it was great. He was playing great songs. He was hitting right. He was keeping energy up, because you can only listen to Spanish music so long over the course of a night. I mean, that'd be like if you went out to a bar and you're not really a big fan of country music, and it's not a country music bar, and they play country all night, you'd be kind of bummed out. If they play country 45 minutes and then change it up for 15, you could be like, well, they're playing country music tonight, but every 45 minutes we're going to hear something else. So it's good that DJs vary it up, and I'm glad that DJ, whoever it was last night, gave it a shot. And I thought it worked, but again, the bubble on the dance floor popped, man. As soon as that Latin music stopped, people got off the dance floor. They went to the bathroom, they left, they changed venues. There's a million Latin clubs. They're probably like, let's go somewhere else. So thumbs up to the DJ, thumbs down on the people that dipped when DJ did put in a nice little set. And you got to remember, it's 3:30 in the morning. Let the guy try something different. But anyway, I had a good time with High Def. You know, I'm a big fan of Blue Martini, and was happy to get out, happy to get down to Brickell. Just kind of a funny little side story with the 2 girls we did bring. We went and got them, spent you know, half an hour from where we were at to get them out of our way, and then headed back down south to Brickell, which was another half an hour going south. Got there, and a girl didn't have her ID. Once that's something you check, maybe you check to see if you had it. You're going all the way down to Brickell. Maybe you check. Just check, see if you have your ID, double check. So I didn't have her ID. So at that point, I'm like, I'm completely over these girls. How could you not bring your ID? That's insane. And she got in anyway. We were older looking than the average 21-year-old. It didn't look like we were trying to smuggle in any kind of fake ID situation. 3 out of the 4 of us had IDs. She looked young, but she definitely was over 21. So give credit to the door guy, who actually could have just said, no, get away. He actually asked the manager. The manager came over, sized things up, and said, you guys are cool. Because we were cool. I mean, we got there at a good time. We were going to pay money. We paid to get in. Again, shout out to High Def for, you know, getting me on the cover. He actually paid for these 2 girls to get in too, which was cool on his part. Nothing really came out of that, but come on. And if you're going all the way down to Miami, double check for your ID. But that's just a little side note. But again, I had a good time. I definitely would go back. Definitely highly ranked Blue Martini. It is very pricey to drink, but yeah, everywhere it is. You know, for example, a Corona was $7, and that's kind of a lot of money, but it is what it is. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this vlog, and hope you enjoy all that is your day. I'll have a couple nice vlogs for you this week, touching about school, advice, hopefully another gig review. Hopefully you got some gigs coming up. But I do have my Spanish music set this week, and then it's production as far as school goes. We're heading back into the studio and doing more Ableton, which I'm not a big fan of, but it is part of the game. So I go from Spanish music, which I'm not a big fan of, to Ableton, but anytime we get to scratch or do more DJ-oriented stuff, I really love. So hopefully we'll see a little bit this week. But again, see all that is DJ Rad Key on djradkey.com, and be good to people, be nice to strangers, say hi to somebody who needs it, give a smile once in a while, and as always, peace.